It's the Orioles on Masson, and here in Birdland it is a doubleheader day. Oriole Park at Camden Yards and the Yankees in. 4-game set. The Yankees opening up with a victory last night, and now the split doubleheader to be played here today. Boy, beautiful weather last night and a gorgeous Saturday afternoon for this ball game. Great to have you with us. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. For the Orioles, 91st loss last night came tough. They got the early lead, could not hang on to it. Yankees came back and won it in extra innings. Now a doubleheader day. Yankees have split the doubleheaders they have played. The Orioles, that's usually what happens for both these ball clubs. Tough to win doubleheader games no matter where you're playing and who you are. Last night, Buck Showalter before the game said if I had more options to play the game a little differently, a little more old-fashioned, I'd do it. Well, apparently he's got some of those options now, and we saw them last night. Ball game kicked off in the first inning. Two guys at the top who have got some speed. And for Muller against CC Sabathia, he put it straight up the middle. Mullins getting the base hit. Now you got speed on. How about VR with a push bunt? Nobody there to cover first base. Adam Jones would then draw a walk, giving the Orioles a chance in the first for Chris Davis to deliver a base hit, 2 RBIs, and the Orioles went on the board and a 2-0 lead. That's the kind of baseball we've not seen a lot of, Mike Bordick. But as Buck said last night, give me some guys who can do those things. I'll use them.
Yeah, pretty exciting. I know that baseball's kind of turning. The prototypical leadoff hitters kind of falling to the wayside. But it's pretty exciting when you get a young player like Cedric Mullins. And it's all about the on-base percentage, to tell you the truth. He's got a little bit of pop in his bat. Sure, he's going to hit some doubles as well. But a .396 on-base percentage is so important. I mean, the Orioles have been struggling for years with on-base percentage. They need guys to get on one way or another, whether it's through batting average or just a good eye at the plate. Table setters, they need them. This year, 15th in the American League in on-base percentage, the only team in the American League under 300. So getting on base crucial. The ER in the second hole has played some pretty exciting baseball, both sides of the baseball, defensively and offensively. A beautiful job, heads up baseball with that bunt yesterday in the first inning. And the first inning so important, obviously, to this team. This year they're outscored by 43 runs in the first inning. So getting on base and manufacturing some runs is going to be a key if they want to have a successful offense.
Well, see if they can do that here in this ball game, as it'll be Jimmy Yacobonis being called up to be the extra player in a doubleheader day. He'll be making the start in game 1 against the left-hander Jay Happ. Lineups coming up. On Masson is brought to you by Southwest. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Lots and lots of sunshine. A game time temperature brought to you by BGE Home. We know more, we do more. It is 79 degrees. Few clouds in the sky, but a Really gorgeous day. Humidity down at 53%. Little breeze out towards center. Starting lineup for the Yankees who won their 80th ball game last night. It'll be Gardner, Stanton, and Hicks. Andujar, Walk, Torres. Big night. Luke Voigt last night. Higashioka will do the catching, and Shane Robinson, who did not start last night, will be in this one. For Stanton, day game numbers. Yep, pretty good.
Yeah, Stanton, some dangerous numbers everywhere this year. Jimmy Yacobonis, take a look at his pitch arsenal. Third time he's been called up to pitch in these doubleheader ball games. But the two-seam fastball, probably the most important pitch. He's got to be able to command that to get into those secondary offerings. The slider, his best secondary pitch. Probably the pitch he uses most for putaways down and away. 6.75 earned run average here at the major leagues this year. This will be his 6th game and his 4th start for the Orioles. Still trying to stretch him out, eat up some innings. Made the switch to the starting role last season after spending his whole career in the bullpen. Hasn't topped out 5 innings, but he's getting stronger as the season goes. I think this year more of an experimental year for Yacobonis, and today I think he's just looked at to eat up as many innings as possible.
He may be the Orioles version of Tampa Bay's opener.
Yeah. For
the Orioles.
Exactly.
For Yacobonis. Now, in fairness, as Mike said, with the Tides this year, he's made 20 starts, 3-4 with a 3.93 ERA. But in the starts here, 5 innings, that game was worked against the Yankees, his longest outing. That was on July 9. Again, it was a doubleheader. He pitched in game 1, gave up 3 runs, 6 hits, and 5 innings against the Yankees in that ball game. So we're ready to go with the doubleheader. And the Yankees, Gardner, 6-game hit streak. He got to extend that in the ball game last night, picking up a base hit in the 9th inning as he ended up with a 1 for 5 in the game. Yacobonis, first pitch will be taken for a strike. Infield will move in early on. Nunez just off the cut of the grass at third base to try and take that bunt away from Gardner. He's got room at first, though, with Davis playing way back at first base. Gardner will take the pitch. Yacobonis gets it in there for a strike.
Gardner is the prototypical leadoff hitter. Good speed at the top, still able to steal some bases, and obviously a bunt threat. A little surprised the right side of the Orioles infield not brought in a little bit with that threat of potentially pulling the baseball with him.
0-2 count on him. Yacobonis, that's the way to start it. 3 pitches and a strikeout. Gardner's gone.
Beautiful. Yacobonis, probably the most important thing, commanding this delivery, the ability to repeat it. A lot of arms and legs going, violent finish right there, but he commanded it very well. First 3 pitches, all fastballs, and hitting the spot right there, sailing up and away, and Gardner can't get on top.
And that will bring up Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton had his 8-game hit streak ended in the ball game last night, but he continues to get on base. He's been drawing a lot of walks, understandably so, with that big bat. He had his second 3-walk game of the season in the ball game last night. 1-0 delivery to him, and that's going to be a slider that'll be taken outside. Count will go to 2-0. Yacobonis, the young starter, 2-1 is his major league record. Not a lot of at-bats against him. Right-handers 12 for 36 at the majors with 3 home runs. Left-handers 8 for 29 with 1 home run. And the strike call. The outside part of the plate. The count will go to 2-1 on Stanton. Stanton, of course, continues to be in the chase for the home run lead. Chris Davis of Oakland right now on top. 2-1 delivery on the way, and another hard slider that's going to be down and away.
Well, Stanton showing some great patience here, and everything's really picked up a notch for Stanton after getting over that first month of the season with the Yankees. The weather, just a slow start. The confidence certainly starting to build, and we know Stanton can turn it on and get in a roll and put up some huge numbers in a hurry.
Good pitch again, moving that pitch away from the right-handed batter. Yacobonis working in a hurry here.
Good 3-1 slider right there, holding its head up there, but you see the dip in Stanton's swing as he swings underneath the baseball. That launch angle you hear so much about.
And he'll come inside, so there's yet another walk. Giancarlo Stanton is on with a free pass.
And take a look at the Oriole defense here this afternoon. Got Andreola getting another start in left field, joined by Mullins and Jones in the O's outfield. Beckham and VR once again turning two up the middle with Nunez and Davis on the corners. And Austin Wynn's getting game one.
That'll bring Hicks to the plate, getting the start in center field for the Yankees. Hicks with a couple of hits in 4 at-bats against Yacobonis. Hicks, a switch hitter. Stanton no lead at all over there at first base. Pitches in there for a strike. Hicks 220 right-handed, 256 though from this side of the plate. This is both his better average side and his power side. 12 of his 20 home runs have been hit left-handed. Davis holding the bag, and the 0-1 delivery on the way, and the pitch will be taken down low for a ball. And a 1-ball 1-strike count. Now Gabonis comes in. You got to believe the mentality is, I'm probably not going to be in here, you know, beyond 5 innings at most. So let me throw strikes. Let me be aggressive. Let me come after him and do what I can while I'm here. 1-1 delivery on the way. Having said that, he'll probably throw a complete game shutout. And the count goes to 2-1.
Well, the one thing about Yacobonis, I think every opportunity he gets, he tries to learn from, capitalize on his chances, and I think it'll be good for Buck Showalter, obviously Roger McDowell, just to see if he's progressing throughout the course of a season. Is he able to make those adjustments and put them to use here at the major league level? 26
years old. Step out. Yankees calling up the extra man for the doubleheader. Their 26th man is going to be Luis Sessa. He is a right-handed pitcher called up again, and he's worked against the Orioles previously. 9 appearances with the Yankees this year. Left center field, hit it hard, going back on the warning track near the wall, and it'll take a hop. Throw will come into second base. They'll hold the runner at third. Ball gets away. No chance for advance. Hicks just missed a home run and gets a double.
Well, Hicks hunting that outer third right there. Yacobonis' fastball, that two-seam variety, pushing away from the lefties. Well, nothing really to get him off the dish. And they're driving the ball to left center field, kicking off the wall. Mullins hustling it back in. But once again, when you see that ball come back to the infield, it's rolling around on the infield. 3 miscues by the Oriole defense in yesterday's ball game. Not looking good if the ball rolls around on the infield.
So now the Yankees get a chance here in the first inning. 2 in scoring position. And here is Andujar, who had a 2 for 5 in the ball game last night. And he has been as tough as anybody in this lineup of late, upping that average to 297 on the year. He's 268 with runners in scoring position. Good speed at second in Hicks. Stanton at first. Check swing, leg out. Off the screen and foul. Andujar is having a great month. He's had 7 home runs this month, tied for 4th in the league. And he's got 20 RBIs in the month of August, and that is 3rd best in the American League. Andujar's got 66 runs batted in on the year. What a number. 0-1 delivery on the way. Ground ball. Runner's going to come. Not hit hard. Beckham's going to go to first, and we'll get it over there in time. Andujar will pick up the RBI. Stanton scores. Hicks stays at second base. 1-0 Yankees.
Well, productive out right there with the infield back. Just go hard to the middle. So easy money right there. Stanton going when he sees that depth of the infield. So the Yankees put that first run on the board. But 2 outs now, and it's all about minimizing the damage here for Yacobonis.
Andujar, that 67th RBI. He leads all rookies in the American League in runs batted in. Now the runner at second base with 2 down. Walker, big night last night. Neil Walker started in right field last night. He's starting at second base in the ball game tonight. Came through big time for the Yankees. Yacobonis' delivery will be away. Had the home run in the 10th inning that put him on top to stay. Also had a couple of singles. Scored 2 runs in the ball game. Comes into this game with a 5-game hit streak. And Walker will swing through 94. Good heater.
Yeah, Walker coming up big for this Yankee team with the amount of injuries they've had. The veteran presence first of all, but that at bat he had last night. Pretty impressive. 8 pitches against Carroll, and it's a 3-2 split finger that he hit out. Helped spark that big inning.
He will foul that one back. He's become their MVP, most versatile player. Walker's trying to become the first Yankee to start double-digit games at 4 different positions in one season since Randy Velarde did it back in 1995. As he is playing all over the infield and in the outfield. Walker is. 1 ball, 2 strike count, and he will back out.
Well, big time injuries. Obviously, Judge probably the biggest for this Yankee team, but on the infield as well. Didi Gregorius going down again, and every team really gets tested. I think the Yankees, obviously, with their payroll, the Red Sox may be able to create a little bit more depth, quality depth, I guess. And Walker, one of those big pieces, signing in spring training.
Signed to just a 1-year deal for the very purpose that the Yankees have used him in, and he's doing it successfully so. To be the backup that they can move around just in case, and the just in case came to be. Off second base is Hicks. Walker 2-2. He'll put that one up in the air to left field. High sky. Fly ball, a lot of glare, and it'll be hauled in. Gioli out there to battle the sky on that one. A run in on 1 hit, 1 left on. Yankees take the early 1-0 lead. Red Sox battling for the wild card spot. Orioles losing their 91st last night. The kids for the rest of the season, you can get them in 9 and under. 1 adult ticket upstairs. 2 kids can come with you free of charge. Take a look at the Orioles starting lineup. Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency. Mullins, VR, Jones, Mancini, Davis, Beckham, Nunez, Andreoli, and Wins. Day games good for Adam. And with a left-hander on the mound, Jay Happ. Switch hitter turns around, takes a strike.
And take a look at Happ's numbers on the year. Pretty impressive stuff, and probably the biggest pickup, I think, at the trade deadline. Happ 14 wins this season. All-star game. Earned run average at .384. But take a look at his pitch arsenal. The 4-seam fastball, his bread and butter pitch, really. He can locate in and out, work to the top of the zone. Big time punch out pitch for him as well. Whenever he gets in trouble, you'll see him elevate that 4-seamer. Isn't afraid to pitch into the lefties as well. The 14 wins with that .384. How about 153 punch outs for Happ this year, holding opponents down to 221. Lefties not much of a chance, just 165. 21 homers though given up. Righties getting 19 of those.
Cedric Mullins will foul that one off. Cedric has not had a lot of chances with the Orioles from this side of the plate. He is 2 for 12. The other way, 353. As Mullins with a couple of home runs, 4 RBIs. So that's joining the Orioles. This is game number 14 for him. 35-year-old left-hander Jay Happ, who has not lost since joining the Yankees. He has gone 4-0 in a Yankees uniform, and he'll get him to go after one that was tailing away.
Yeah, he's got that sneaky quick fastball, 92 miles an hour, but there's a little extra life. Gotta believe there's high revolutions on that heater because he'll ride it up to the top, and that's when we say it just stays a little bit truer. No dip in the fastball. You see Mullins pretty flat bat through the zone, but a little bit of a drop in the fastball going over the top.
Happ on the road this year, his ERA is 2.6. That is the 4th lowest road ERA in the American League. One down. VR coming up. Big night last night for VR, delivering a 2-run homer, scored a couple of runs, 2 RBIs in the ball game. He has faced Happ 6 times and gone 0 for 6 against the Yankee starter. Orioles against lefties are 15 and 27. It has been a struggle throughout the past few years against left-handed starters, and it has continued that way again this year. 0-2 the count. VR to be followed by Adam Jones. They are an outstanding offensive and defensive game in the ball game last night. Outside of third base, and that will end up in the stands. A few back.
Yeah, VR that big night last night, but how about throughout his career? Hit safely in 8 of 10 games against the Yankees, keeping it up, and he could be the Orioles' new Yankee killer right there. I mean, a big game, 3 hits, nice bunt base hit to start the game off, and a big home run.
0-2 count on VR. Tied his season high with the 3-hit ball game he had, and again he'll chase one down and away. 2 strikeouts.
Change up right there. So Happ's got all the pitches. He's got fastball, slider, curve, and change. It's a firm change up, 86, but it has some serious 2-seam action, tailing down and away, and you see the effect of the differential there as VR way out in front.
Coming into the ball game, Happ ranked 10th in the American League in strikeouts per 9 innings. He now has, as Mike noted, 155 strikeouts in 138 2/3 innings. Here's Adam Jones. Adam starting in right. Adam has had a lot of at-bats against Happ, hitting .239 lifetime, and a couple of home runs against the Yankee left-hander. Adam got his 35th multi-hit game last night. He leads the Orioles in multi-hit games, and he did it against CC Sabathia. 25 career hits against CC Sabathia. That's the most against any pitcher for his career. Another left-hander here, and that pitch got away, and we'll miss outside with it. 2-1.
A pretty good starting pitchers duel last night, showing CC Sabathia right there. And CC in last night's ball game, his first starts coming back from the DL. He didn't disappoint.
No.
Pretty good ball game, getting into the middle part, and Cobb as well.
Down to third base on the big hop, and Andujar's got it. This throws on the money, and a 1-2-3 inning recorded. Game 1 of our doubleheader, and after 1, the Yankees lead it 1-0. Fans are encouraged to bring any non-perishable food items and cash donations to the ballpark in order to benefit the Maryland Food Bank. It's part of the 32nd annual Orioles Reach Food and Funds Drive presented by Masson, WJZ-TV, and Pompeian Olive Oil. For tickets, Orioles.com. Same thing holds true for tonight now. Collections being made for the food bank for all 4 games. Second game tonight will be at 7 o'clock start time. Andrew Kashner is going to go for the Orioles in that game. Sonny Gray will be on the mound for the Yankees. Yankees bat against Yacobonis. Torres will take the pitch, and it is in there for a strike. Voit, Higashioka due up for the Yankees. Straight up defense. Torres will take the pitch away, and it'll bounce. Picked up a hit in the ball game last night. One of the many Yankees picking up the offensive slack, which there really hasn't been much of for the Yankees, even with the loss of Judge and Didi Gregorius. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And Yacobonis will be outside.
Yacobonis, more velocity on the fastball, but a lot of deception with this delivery. You see the high knee kick and then a little stab and a little funkiness with the front leg, and that could throw off a hitter, but a violent finish as that whole upper body was hard over the front side. Pretty tough to keep that concentration as a hitter.
And that's going to miss outside. Count will go to 3-1. Oriole pitchers have not had a good month. Their ERA 6.5. They have given up now 22 runs in the last 4 games, including this one. They've allowed 25 home runs in the last 13 games. Cut off. Nunez gets up, rights himself, and makes an outstanding play, denying the base hit.
Boy, made a couple nice diving plays up in Toronto to the glove side, filling up that 5-6 hole. And here once again, getting it deep, getting it behind him, but up to the feet and throwing a strike. That was one of the concerns when Nunez first came over, just defensively taking too much time to get rid of the baseball. Nice transfer right there, strong on the backside, and a nice effort to get that first out.
Here is Voit, the hero of the ball game last night. Luke Voit. It's his second stint with the Yankees. Made his debut with the Cardinals last year, 2017, out of Missouri State University. He is a power hitter, as we mentioned last night. That's exactly what he went for and exactly what he got. As he came away with a 3 for 5, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Those 2 home runs, the first hit for him as a Yankee, and 3 overall in the year. Went around on the Yacobonis delivery. 1 ball, 1 strike count.
A good hard slider, and reason why it's a real good secondary pitch for Yacobonis. If he starts it on the plate, really get hitters to get that swing going. And if he has that late finish like that one, you'll get some check swings.
1-1 will be a called strike. For Voit, he came over in exchange in the Jason Shreve deal with the Cardinals. Shreve went on July 28th, so he's really just joining the Yankees. And the pitch will be outside. Hard slider again away. 2 ball, 2 strike count on Voit. Yankees have won 5 of their last 6. The Orioles have a 5-game losing streak coming into this doubleheader. Yacobonis with a 2-2. He got him.
You like that. Austin Wynn's calling for the elevated fastball. Kind of dips at the end and picks up the box. Voit not liking the call there, but getting a good movement on the 2-seam heater. Received well from Wynn's. Take a look. See the glove elevated. Just a subtle move, bringing it back. Strike 3.
Two down, nobody on. Higashioka doing the catching. 4-game hit streak for him. Did not play in the ball game last night. Pitch will be taken for a strike. Orioles playing the 4th doubleheader of the year. Last one was against the Red Sox. Red Sox swept the Orioles in that twin bill. 0-1 the count. That'll be popped up right field. Adam Jones will move over and under and puts it away. Good inning. Yagabonis retires the side in order. Trey Mancini will be coming up when we come back. From Cambridge, 500 for being selected, 500 more for every Orioles home run hit today. Play Home Run Richard scratch-offs, win up to $50,000, or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/home-run, and Melissa, good luck. Orioles able to pick up a couple of home runs in the ball game last night. Two teams who heavily rely on homers. Yankees are #1 in the league, in fact, in home runs hit. Orioles bat. Yankees lead it 1-0. Trey Mancini again DHing in the ball game. Still have not heard the final decision on Mark Trumbo and the knee, but it certainly sounds like they're going to go the operation route, and he'll be out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, tough break there, obviously, for Mark Trumbo and the Orioles. Trumbo bats so hot after the All-Star break, and his veteran influence. Obviously, he's still going to have that kind of influence in there, but tough to see.
Mancini will take it up high, so the decision is up to obviously up to Mark on how to go at it, but where the Orioles are and where they are in the season, if you need the operation, certainly now's the time to do it, one would think. Pitch will just miss outside. Happ, that 165 average by left-handers, is the second lowest against lefties in the league. Pitch and a swing and a miss, and he gets him. And boy, that pitch that's down and away to right-handers, chewing him up.
Yeah, it's a little change up right there, and talked about him throwing a little bit firmer, but a little tail action and the location perfect. Catching that outside corner down and away as Mancini swinging through.
3 strikeouts, first 4 batters. Going to bring Chris Davis up. Chris carries a 174 mark against Happ, with a couple of home runs off J. Happ. 1 strike count. Happ throwing first pitch strikes here to start the ball game. He's getting them in there. And that pitch will be taken up high.
And take a look at our StatCast AI powered by AWS and see the Yankee defense pulled way over. The big shift on Crush Davis.
He will foul that one back for Davis last night. Came through with a couple of base hits against left-handers.
Yeah, first game this season with a couple hits against lefties. And the base hit driving in too. And how about getting his old teammate Zach Britton deep to center field? A big ball about 430 feet away.
Zach said he had a message from Chris before he could get into the clubhouse last night after the game. The content thereof not revealed, but you go ahead and make it up yourself. A 2-ball, 2-strike count from Happ. Davis with Beckham on deck. Well, even with the hits last night picked up by Davis on the left-handers, the Oriole left-handed hitters this year, that includes switch hitters, are hitting 189. It is going to be the lowest by a team in a single season in 40 years for left-handed hitters. 2-ball, 2-strike delivery on the way, reaching, and will foul that one off. And the count will stay at 2-2 from Jay Happ.
Yeah, it's been a tough year all the way around. I know lefties have been struggling. Of course, Chris Davis, the bulk of that. But offensively, just hard to find some consistency. Top to bottom, really, it's been a struggle. I guess if you're going to look at the most consistent, though, probably Adam Jones as far as keeping that batting average up.
2-2 will be up high. Yeah, the one thing the Orioles were guaranteed to do going into spring training was score runs. You would have been hard pressed to find anybody affiliated with baseball to say no.
Right.
I mean, it just wasn't going to happen. And of course, the baseball god said, "Oh yeah, watch this." 3-2 delivery on the way. And one to drive right there, just missed, fouls it right straight back.
Yeah, good pass right there. Pretty controlled 2-strike swing. And Davis a couple times in yesterday's ball game saw him shortening up, starting to use left field a little bit more. Important for him to be able to handle that pitch right there that he just fouled off, though. The high fastball has been giving him troubles all season long.
3-2 delivery on the way, and he'll draw the walk. So the Orioles will get their first base runner, 1 on and 1 down.
Take a look at our Maryland Live Casino inside the numbers. Jay Happ left hanging for sure. How about the lefties? 165 overall batting average. I mean, he's doing great against the righties too. 235. Nothing to complain about. But I'll tell you what, all the power coming from the righties. 19 home runs hit by right-handed hitters. Only 2 home runs given up by Happ to the lefties. Numbers pretty impressive across the board for Jay Happ, and probably the biggest, arguably one of the bigger pickups at the deadline, getting this man into the rotation.
Fouled away by Beckham. Happ has beaten the Orioles twice already this year in 3 starts, and the numbers have been outstanding. In 3 starts against the Orioles this year, he's worked 18 innings, and he has given up just 2 runs on 11 hits in those 18 innings. The Oriole batting average against him this year is 172. His lifetime mark against the Orioles, 6-6. Beckham will take a strike. Beckham has had his problems with him, 2 for 17 against Happ, although one of those hits happens to be a home run. Let's see whether or not he can get one here with Chris Davis over there at first base. Davis short lead and fouled away and out of play.
Well, Happ gets on top of his fastball, and I don't know that there are many pitchers that can pitch as well with the heater as Happ does, and the high spin rate, but he gets on top about as well as anybody. A lot of times nowadays you'll see a 3/4 arm slot, maybe a little lower to help create some movement. Happ's not concerned about that. He's concerned about throwing strikes, commanding the baseball.
Down low, good block made. Higashioka able to hold the runner at first base. Players Weekend continuing, so you got all the nicknames on the back and the thank yous and appreciations on the shoulder patches being worn. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and again fought off another play, holds the at bat.
Swaggy, one of the better bats against Happ, actually, hitting close to 300. 5 hits and 17 ABs with a home run. Giving him a little test right now, fouling off a couple tough pitches.
1 ball, 2-strike delivery on the way down to third base, and that's going to be a base hit down the line. Making the turn, Davis. He'll go to third. Gardner will come over to get it, and it will be a double. And the Orioles, with the 1 away, get 2 in scoring position.
A big hit right there. Turning and burning, trying to get that fastball in the inside corner and just out of the reach of Andujar at third base. Andujar pulled off that line thinking that Beckham's not going to be able to hook it down there, and he does. Orioles threatening now. Get Crusher coming around second. He's able to walk into third base, and Swaggy right behind him at second.
So Nunez will get the RBI chance. 2 on, 1 away. Yankees leading 1-0. Infield will stay back. They'll surrender the run in order to get the out. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. Nunez has had a home run off Happ in his career.
Well, same situation the Yankees had in the first inning. And Andujar hit a hard ground ball to shortstop to push the first run across. Easy money right here with the infield back. Think hard to the middle. And you get a stake on the board, tie this one up. Obviously, you want to get a base hit. But if your thought is hard to the middle, more good things will happen than not.
0-1 delivery by Happ. That's going to be a base hit. That should bring in 2. It'll go into the gap. Gardner over to get it. Beckham will cross with a second run. Davis ahead of him. And Nunez has got a couple of RBIs, and the Orioles have a 2-1 lead.
Nice swing right there by Nunez. His bat starting to heat up as well. About his offensive game, quieting down in the box and coming up with a big knock in his first AB. Staying tall. Wow, getting behind the baseball. That is a textbook swing. No leak at all. Direct to the baseball and spanking it right up over the shortstop's head with a couple RBIs behind it. About 105 miles an hour off the bat.
Nunez 11 RBIs on the year, and with the Orioles 9 of the 11. And the pitch taken down low for a ball. Andreoli, he had an 0 for last night with the 0 for 4. Getting the start in left field. His first chances against the Yankees here in this 4-game set. So the Orioles jump on Happ here in the second inning. That one out walk. Davis started it out, and Happ's delivery will be up high.
Yeah, you wonder, you look back in the first inning, and I know the Orioles have been really careful with Stanton, but of course Stanton got walked in the first inning by Yacobonis, and of course he came in to score the run. And here in this inning, Davis gets walked. He doesn't want to give up a solo home run, but what else would you rather do? Give up a solo shot or now end up throwing more pitches, and that walk ends up coming around to score? So, you know, staying aggressive in the strike zone, important for both pitchers.
Angioli with a 3-0 count. 43 walks surrendered by Happ on the year in 139 innings. 3-0 delivery on the way, a strike. Andrioli became the 52nd player used by the Orioles. That tops the number they used all of last year. They're not going to finish the league in players used high, though. They're well behind. The Angels have used 57 already. Major League record is 64, held by the 2014 Texas Rangers. Just keep in mind, of course, that the Orioles, with the 52 players used, we haven't even gotten to September for the call-ups.
Yeah, ain't done yet.
Ain't done yet. 3 ball, 2 strike count. Nunez at first, only 1 away. Andrioli will pop it up, could fall into right. It does. Base hit. Played back in by Robinson. Good read by Nunez. He gets easily into second. Andrioli's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, Orioles stringing together a nice little inning right here. Finding some holes, having some good ABs, and making Happ work. Throw extra pitches. So important if you want to knock that starter out of the ball game. And here in the second inning, starting to get to him. Andrioli taking one off the knuckles, but finding some outfield grass for a knock.
Both teams with the extra inning ball game using the bullpen last night. Robertson, Betances, Green, and Britton all worked in the game for the Yankees, and the Orioles had 4 they used. Carroll wrapped it up. Scott, Givens had to come in. Mike Wright Jr. pitched in the ball game last night, and the Orioles have made arrangements if they feel as though they need an extra pitcher to be called up for game 2. They can make a change on that, and they may do that depending on how the pitchers get used in this ball game. Paul Fry also used in the game last night Foul back into the screen. Wynn's doing the catching in the ball game as he did in the game last night. Long inning for Happ. Orioles trying to take advantage of it. Wynn's done a good job getting people home. He's 7 for 28 with runners in scoring position for the Orioles. Orioles have 2 runs in on a walk and 3 hits in the inning. That will miss away, maybe a little low.
Now Wynn's swinging the bat pretty well for the Orioles. And trying to obviously take advantage of his opportunity. He and Caleb kind of splitting time here. Caleb getting the bulk of the duty. Start this month off, but here recently, Wynn's getting a few more games.
1 ball, 1 strike delivery. Runners off first and second. Again using the high strike. Game number 25 last night, so 26 here in this one for Wynn's on the year with the Orioles. 3 home runs, showed some power, and has picked up the 8 RBIs and gets another chance here with Nunez and Andreoli on base. That one goes to right field over near the line. Shane Robertson is fairly shallow, so he'll get there in a hurry. And Wynn's is retired. There are 2 down. Visit @Masson Orioles on Twitter to enter to win a meet and greet with Adam Jones, presented by Hilton Hotels. Book the Best of Baltimore package today. So 2 on and 2 down, and that'll bring up Cedric Mullins. Orioles up by a score 2-1. Mullins 2 for 8, runners in scoring position so far. Inside out foul ball.
Yeah, good pass right there. And how about Cedric Mullins? 7 extra base hits to start his young career off in the first 13 games. Mancini, of course, did that. Started his 16 and 17 campaign. Machado on the list. Pretty impressive young players right there. But Cedric Mullins, has he been a spark plug to this offense? Of course, started at the bottom of the lineup, but Buck Showalter liked the approach so much, moved him right back to the #1 spot, and he hasn't moved since sliding up there.
He's hit safely now in 9 of the 13 games that he has played with the Orioles. Good numbers here at home. He's 9 for 25, opening up his career at Camden Yards. And Happ continues with a bit of a struggle here in this second inning. And the count will go to 2 balls and 1 strike on Mullins. VR waiting on deck. There are 2 down.
You start finding some holes and get some hits, and pitchers feel like they have to start doing something different. So maybe trying to be a little finer here, falling behind. The Orioles making them work, get that pitch count up a little bit.
And Mullins, his pitches are up, and he falls behind 3 balls and 1 strike. So Mullins will look for one to drive right here. Nunez and Andreoli get their leads 3-1, and that's in there for a strike.
Showing that good patience, laying off the high fastball, the toughest pitch to take in the game. It looks so good. It's just so close to your eyes. You feel like you can get that bat head to it. And Happ has been missing at the top of the zone. A good take right there by Mullins, and hopefully not forcing him to expand the zone.
He's only struck out 8 times and has drawn 7 walks. 3-2, and the runners go, and that will be a K. So Happ gets out of it, but 38 pitches thrown that inning by Jay Happ. Orioles get a couple of runs. They do it on 3 hits and leave 2 on. They take the lead. Players showcasing their nickname on the back of their jerseys. Former O's greats such as the Depper, Steady Eddie, Boog, and Brooks. They're getting in on the action too, and so can you. Visit Orioles.com/auctions to bid on these autographed Legends Players Weekend jerseys. All proceeds benefit the Maryland Food Bank. Bidding closes August 31 at 10 p.m. That's Orioles.com/auctions. Yagabonis with a lead here, 2-1. Shane Robinson will lead it off. Robinson getting the start in right field. Ball game for the Yankees. Came on as a defensive replacement. Did not get an at bat in the ball game last night. 20th game. 1 home run, 2 RBIs. You saw the 1.14 average for him. And the pitch in for a strike to him.
Yeah, nice command of the fastball right now. On a good balanced line to home. I mean, Yacabonis so aggressive towards home plate, and that little cross-body delivery. Staying in balance is a fight at times for him.
Base hit into right field. That'll fall in front of Adam Jones. A plunk shot right there by Robinson to get on here in the 3rd inning. Hey, discover Siesta Beach in Sarasota, Florida, consistently ranked one of the best beaches in the world. Plan now at visitsarasota.com. Mileage? Nothing. You could walk that in a day. So the runner on for the Yankees, leading off the 3rd inning, their first leadoff man on. Gardner, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Pitch will be taken away. One-oh count, long look. See whether or not anything might be on here. Gardner, good hit and run man, but he's also got that big hole over there between first and second base with Robinson on. Gardner against the Orioles this year, 296. He has had an RBI, 5 home runs. Pretty good lead for Robinson. Not going, and Yacabonis will deliver away. 2-0 on Gardner.
Yeah, Yacabonis trying to be a little bit quicker to the plate. I mean, a couple different deliveries. Obviously starts his delivery with nobody on from the stretch, but they got the high leg kick and able to get into balance here. It's a little too quick and coming out of that delivery, falling behind the Gardner.
Delivery on the way, and that will be outside for a ball. So the count will go to 3-0 on Gardner. As you mentioned, Gardner's had his problems here in the month. Over the last week, he started to pick the offense up again, but he has had one of the lower averages in the American League for the month. Pitch will be up high, not close. So Gardner is on, and the Yankees have the first 2 on here in the 3rd inning. And that will send Wins out to the mound.
Yeah, quick visit. One of the things Austin Wins, a big quality, his ability to communicate. Always talking to pitchers. Obviously experience with Yacabonis will help Yacabonis settle in a little bit. And then watching those two work out in the bullpen, Austin Wins kept reminding him of staying in line. Direct all that big energy right to the glove at home plate. When he starts getting sideways and spinning out, that's when he loses that fastball command. Wins trying to get him right back to the mitt.
So after the Orioles get the 2 runs in the last half inning, Yankees threatening. Giancarlo Stanton drew a walk. He scored the Yankee run in the 1st inning. 5th in homers and 3rd in strikeouts. Fouls that one off. 0-1.
Oh, he showed his Yacabonis' delivery early in the game with the high knee kick here with runners on, a little shorter, right? But still the violent finish there, and you see him finish strong on that first base line. If he pulls out of there too quick, it's when that fastball starts sailing arm side, and has a hard time really harnessing it once he loses it.
Stanton 250 with runners in scoring position. Takes the hard slider. That too is going to miss outside. And the count will go to 1 ball and 1 strike on Giancarlo Stanton. Home run leader Chris Davis, Oakland. 39. Stanton with 32, ranked 5th. Turnaround look back. JD Martinez of the Red Sox is 1 behind Davis. Jose Ramirez of Cleveland is 2 behind Davis. 1-1 delivery on the way, and Stanton puts it up in the air. First base side. Winds will come over. And just out of reach.
A couple tough chances last night on some pop-ups down that right field line, and you wonder where the first baseman is in these situations. Last night Davis didn't get over, and a ball dropped just in front of that first base coach's box, and there Wynn's all on his own. He'll try to haul that one in.
1 ball, 2 strike count on Stanton. Stanton is also 7th in RBIs in the American League. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. Foul that one back. Stanton would like to have that again.
Yeah,
he just missed.
He came unglued on that. Stanton hits the ball as hard as anybody in the game right now. Consistently hard, and he almost came out of his shoes on that swing.
He is after his 300th home run. 1-2 delivery, and that'll come inside. So Yacobonis, as Happ had to do in the last half inning, Yacobonis having to do it here, and that's work. With the first 2 on, 2 ball, 2 strike count on Stanton, and you got Hicks waiting on deck. Stanton has now been on base in each of the last 20 ball games. Those walks have helped. 2-2 delivery in the air to left field. That one kind of off the end of the bat. Gioli's got it. Stanton is retired. A win for Yacobonis on that at bat, and the runners stay where they are.
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, all the pitchers being real careful with Stanton, but the reason that came slightly off the end of the bat and at the line drive out to left field, that fastball the pitch prior busted him back up and in, then a hard slider, well executed down and away, get the first out of the inning.
So 1 away. Infield can now look for 2. Hicks a double, his first time up. He'll take a breaking ball down low. 1-0 count.
Well, brushed Stanton back with that big fastball. Be nice to get a couple of lefties back as well. A little bit tougher for Yacobonis to drive it in on the lefties. Much more comfortable throwing that fastball on the arm side. He's got to really get over the front side with the cross-body delivery.
Runners off first and second base. That's going to miss inside. And the count will go to 2-0. Last start for Yacobonis at the major league level, the Red Sox, on the 11th of August. He gave up 3 runs, 5 hits, 4 2/3 innings. Took his first major league loss in that game. 2-0 count. Robinson back to second base, and Gardner back to first on a 2-1. Good speed on the base paths for the Yankees here in the 3rd inning. Two-one delivery to him. Not quite.
Good try, though. Good try pushing off that outside corner. Very similar, though, to the pitch that Hicks whistled for the double to left center. So he might be hunting that outer third again, getting in there a little bit closer. He might be squaring one up. That's why you've got to show these lefties inside.
Takes a little too long for Hicks.
Big league hitters, the one thing they do extremely well is file away pitches, say he's not using this tonight, or he doesn't have command of that, and the lefty's probably sitting over there. He hasn't come in once to a lefty with any kind of conviction.
Away on that one, and it will be fouled away.
So that's what you get. Yacobonis is his better fastballs right there. 94 working off the plate away, and a healthy cut by Hicks. So he is hunting that outer third, and he's hunting it aggressively.
3-2, only one away. And again, a look back at second base, Shane Robertson. Not very far off the bag. The Orioles are not holding him close, so Yacabonis just trying to help a little bit by at least making Robertson think a little about that extra half step he might take. 3-2. Runners not going. Ground ball base hit into right field. Robinson will be waved home. Runner's going to go to third. Throw's going to go all the way through off the mark. Runner's got to stay at first, though. So Hicks delivers the RBI single. Ball game tied at 2-2. Robinson scores. Gardner goes to third.
Hicks good at bat right here and hammering one through the hole there. Good speed on the bases, and Robinson able to score easily. 106 miles an hour off the bat of Hicks. A couple big hits already in this game.
So Hicks 2 for 2 in the ball game, and the Yankees still threatening here with runners on at first and third base. Hicks gets his 59th RBI of the year. And here's Andujar. Picked up an RBI and a ground ball out. His first time up. One down, infield will be at double play depth. Andujar gets another chance with a runner in scoring position. He came up second and third in the first inning, comes up first and third here in the third inning. Yacabonis delivers way inside, just missing the jersey.
Yeah, they're coming out of the delivery just a little too quick. Wins want the fastball down and away. And wow, that one's shooting up and in hard.
Andujar, Torres, great rookie numbers. Andujar is the leader coming into today's play for rookies in averages, home runs, and RBIs, all three categories. 1-0 count. Kid's got some lungs. Oh, did you hear that?
I did hear that. Must have gotten the ice cream taken away.
Apparently. That ball in the air to center field, hit it pretty good. Mullins going back at the warning track, 400 feet away. And goodbye, home run. Andujar with a 3 RBI homer, and the Yankees have a 5-2 lead.
Andujar staying red hot in the Yankees lineup, making Yacabonis work through this inning. 3 hits with a walk, and everybody coming in to score on the Andujar home run here. The slider staying up and elevated. Andujar getting a good look, and he gets through this one, knocking it out into the Oriole bullpen. Loud noise off the bat.
21 homers and 70 RBIs. He's already got a 4 RBI day.
Wow.
2 at bats. And the pitch taken for a strike by Walker. For Andujar, that's his 3rd home run against the Orioles this year. He now has 14 RBIs against the Orioles in this, the 14th game that these two teams have played. 0-1 delivery on the way. Talking about how hot Andujar is. He's got 8 home runs now in this month and 24 RBIs in August. Yacabonis surrenders his 5th home run at the major league level, and that one was tagged. 1 ball, 1 strike count, and Walker will take the pitch down low for a ball. Well, we've mentioned how much the homer matters to the Yankees with the lineup they've got. That is certainly not unexpected. And they are pumping out the long balls. 206, first in the American League. 2-2.
Yeah, and all without Judge, right?
Yeah. And Didi Gregorius out now.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, those 2 players have actually had the best numbers against the Orioles this year, as Didi Gregorius leads the team in hits against the Orioles with 19 and 13 runs, and he's out of the lineup. And of all people, Greg Bird, who's played so poorly, has got 11 RBIs against the Orioles. He's driven in more coming into the game than any other Yankee. But he's not playing now because he's not playing well.
All right.
And a walk surrendered. And Agabonis in real trouble here in the third inning. Icing her up. That'll send Roger McDowell out to give the bullpen a little time and try and regroup on Jimmy Agabonis.
I'll take a look at some of Iacobonis's numbers. And of course, Jimmy making the transition from reliever to starter, innings 1 through 3, obviously pretty good. 3 earned run average, opponents hitting the 242, only 1 home run allowed, but then the fatigue sets in. So trying to build up the arm strength, the endurance, and of course the execution of going through a lineup 2, 3, and hopefully 4 times as he tries to work on becoming a starting pitcher. Well, the number's a little bit elevated right now as he gets past that 4th inning, and here Yankees making him work. 58 pitches thrown already, so fatigue starting to show, and the execution not as fine as it was early.
That'll bring Torres to the plate. Hard ground ball out, robbed of a hit by Nunez at third base. Runner on at first, 1 down. Pitch will be taken inside for a ball. This will be the 7th Yankee to hit here in the third inning. Short lead at first base. Walker. That pitch will catch the inside corner for a strike. Because the Yankees have so many extra base hits, especially with the home runs, while they are 6th in average, they came into the game 2nd in runs. They're averaging about 5.2 runs per ball game. And as we mentioned last night, they are 1st in walks. So that on base percentage 2nd best in the American League. They've already drawn 3 walks in this ball game, and 2 of them have already scored, and the other one's on at first base. Got ahead on the count here. 1-2 delivery on the way. Torres fouls that one back for a souvenir in the sun-drenched crowd here at Camden Yards.
You know, I know watching this Yankees team in spring training, I was thinking, well, they got a few young players around there. Judge could potentially have an off season when unfortunately an injury has set him back a little bit. But their third baseman, the third baseman that they kind of projected as being the third baseman of the future, Brandon Drury, ended up getting some migraines early on this year. Actually broke camp as the Yankees third baseman. And that opportunity let Andujar slide in. Andujar has not looked back. And of course,
good pitch.
Hap here from Toronto. Brandon Drury now wearing a Blue Jays uniform.
Agabonis gets the strikeout. That'll be his 3rd. Torres went for a pitch that was up and in.
Yeah, tough spot right there. I mean, if you're going to go by the book, up and in is the pitch probably hardest to get to. Well executed right there.
So now 2 down and a chance for Agabonis to get out of the inning. Here's Voit. Voit was called out on strikes his first time to the plate. 2 down, 1 on. Fouled off. Yankees so far have put up 4 runs here in the third inning. Yankees checking to make sure they're all right in the dugout on that foul ball. That pitch is a strike on the inside corner at the knees. Voit didn't think so.
A couple calls that Voigt's turned around on. Not liking. First at bat got rung up on a tough pitch.
Hap threw 38 pitches the last half inning. This is number 35 for Iacobonis. That one driven to Jones. Adam will come over and make the catch. So a big 4-run third inning. A 3 RBI homer. Andujar the highlight. is Ralph Galati. He's a decorated Air Force veteran and a former Vietnam prisoner of war. He was in the Air Force 1970. Plane shot down over North Vietnam. 14 months in a prison camp in Hanoi. Got to meet Brooks Robinson. Brooks had actually been given POW bracelet while Brooks was still playing, and he brought him another one today. Brooks got the baseball for him. He's from Chester, Pennsylvania. And Ralph, great to have you here at the ballpark today.
Get in there, Brooks.
And Brooksy doing what all good fans do. So the Yankees on top by a score of 5-2. The R will lead it off. Strikeout Victim. His first time to the plate. Happ with some runs to work with. Pitch will be in there for a strike. The R was a strikeout Victim. His first time up. Orioles have won 6 and lost 7 against the Yankees so far this season. Breaking ball. That one's going to bounce in the dirt.
And the Yankees doing a nice job actually helping Happ catch his breath. The Orioles really making him work. 38 pitches in the second inning. The Orioles offense looking to keep him out there again.
He's still struggling a bit with the strike zone. Sharp in the first inning struck the side out through nothing but strikes. Then here in the second inning got away from him. 2-1 delivery on the way, and he gets the inside corner call on that one. It'll be Jones and Mancini due up for the Orioles. This has been a series of home runs between these two teams on the season. Both teams have blasted away on the other, and that one is a strikeout.
Boy, this is that tough fastball with the angle that Happ creates, getting on top here and driving it downhill, cut right across the front knee. By the time it gets to the glove, it looks it's down by the ankles there. VR not liking the call. Take a look here. Borderline, a little bit low.
Adam Jones coming up. Adam grounded out his first time up. Outfield shaded to right. And Adam taking all the way on that pitch as it's outside for a ball.
And Adam Jones showing bunt right there. And Adam, one of the few players that still practices that every BP round. Laying the bunt down to third base.
Down and away, the pitch that has been most effective against the right-handed hitters for Happ. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Yankees aren't buying bunt. Their infield stays back. 1-1 delivery on the way. Slash the other way, foul. One of the most consistent hitters we've talked about over and over, and number we saw today. The most consecutive years hitting between 260 and 289 all time. Adam Jones, 11 seasons where he's hit between 260 and 289. That's the most ever. Down the line, right field into the corner. Nice running catch. Shane Robinson in that difficult right field corner.
Yeah, Adam Jones trying to stay on top of that J. Happ fastball up and away, and he gets the barrel. And unfortunately, Robinson over there in right field making a nice running play. He goes into the corner.
Robinson with the glasses on and needed him. Talk about Adam with that all-time record. The others, Pee Wee Reese did it 8 years in a row, hit between 260 and 289. And Bucky Harris back in 1921 to 27 did it 7 years in a row. Consistent high numbers. Foul back and out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Mancini, strikeout Victim, his first time up. So Happ trying to settle it in here in the third.
I hit between 200 and 300 for 13 years.
Pee Wee Reese once told me about that at Yankee Stadium. He said, have you heard of the number that Bordick has put up? And I said, Pee Wee, no, I have not. And that's what he told me. He did. Weekend, the Orioles introduced the ability to buy freshly shucked oysters here at the ballpark. Harris Creek Oyster is here doing it. So we love to look at names of minor league teams, and there they were, the Biloxi Shuckers. They are the AA affiliate of Milwaukee. They won the first half Southern League Championship, and they are now back in first place, a game and a half ahead of Mississippi in the second half of the Southern Division of the Southern League. Go Shuckers.
Wow. Who'd have thought?
Me. I'd have thought that.
Are we going to be able to get up some of those shucked oysters?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You're right downstairs.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Between games. Harris Craig be happy to provide. That's great. Great new option here. Down to third base. That one will be foul. What if there's a nickname involving the Clams? That would be a great chant. Clam up, clam up.
Wow, this is game one of the doubleheader.
Oh, a long way to go. Be a long night. About 10 o'clock tonight, when we're in the third inning of the second game.
We're going to make up our own minor league name.
That would be dangerous. 1-1 delivery on the way, and we'll fist that one back. Higashioka doing the catching, did not bat, the only Yankee not to come up in the third inning of the ball game. Fly to right field, his first time to the plate. Yakamonis delivers to him, ground ball to short. Beckham on the backhand, long throw on the money. One down, fourth inning. Fourth inning of Orioles baseball brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Day-night doubleheader, 7 o'clock for Game 2. Maryland Food Bank weekend. Non-perishable food items, cash donations, greatly appreciated. They'll be collected at all of the gates for all 4 of these games. So the second game of the doubleheader tonight and for the Sunday afternoon game. 1-0 count. Robinson, a base hit, started that third inning, would come around to score in that inning. Ground ball to third. That's a fair ball. It'll roll into foul territory. Andreoli will chase it down. Robinson, with real good speed, will cruise into second base with a stand-up double. 2 for 2.
Boy, turning and burning right there. Hard hit ball. Yeah, skipping past Nunez at third base. Take a look right here. That first hop sends it all the way out to the dirt on a little extra top spin, and it's shooting by Nunez. And that good speed. Robinson picking up his first double of the year.
And that will be it for Yakubonis. So brought in the emergency starter, the Orioles 26th player for the doubleheader. And not a lot of luck in this one. He will leave behind in the ball game 5-2.
out of the ball game, only lasting 3 1/3 this time. Some troubles. This is his 3rd appearance against the Yankees, and they've been able to put some runs up against him. Now it's time for our PNC Inside the Numbers. Yacobonis giving up the 5 hits and 5 earned runs to the Yankees. 3 punch-outs, a couple walks, and the 73 pitches thrown. He'll give way to the Oriole bullpen now as Ryan Meisinger comes out. This will be his 7th game. 3.52 earned run average. Only 7 2/3 innings of work. Got to find a way to shut down this Yankee offense, and somebody's got to take the bull by the horns and eat up some innings here. Bowman sitting just 192 off Meisinger. Be another big opportunity for him.
So Meisinger will bat with a runner on, will pitch rather with a runner on at second base. And he gets Gardner, 1 down. And Gardner will take the pitch for a ball. Gardner a walk and scored in the 3rd inning. He has also struck out. Yankees already 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They went 3 for 8 in the ball game last night. Yankees left 8, Orioles left 7. 1-0 delivery on the way, and he'll pop him up third base side, not a play.
Yeah, Meisinger's got to have that ability to move his fastball around, pitch in and out, and especially up there to the top of the zone. And the fastball command has to be exceptional here at the major league level. And if you don't have it and you're not popping 97, 98 miles an hour, I mean, you don't have much room for error.
1-1 delivery on the way. Woo, Lordy. Oh, my goodness. Way back in right field, and goodbye home run. And I mean, Gardner clobbered it. It had distance, it had height, and it has 2 RBIs. 7-2.
Yeah, it's one of those fence high, maybe a little higher fastballs. And we talked about the velocity and the ability to move that ball around. Up at the top of the zone, typically a firmer fastball will lead to more weak pop-ups and punch-outs. 90 miles an hour. Got to do something else to get hitters off the fastball. There, Gardner running into that one up onto the flag court.
So Gardner delivering his 2nd home run against the Orioles this year, and gives the Yankees a 7-2 lead. Swing and a wild cut on a pitch away. 11 home runs and 37 RBIs now for Brett Gardner. Gardner 11 home runs lifetime against the Orioles, and 6 have been hit here. Giancarlo Stanton looks like he wants one too, but he's going to go down swinging.
A couple sliders right there. Get Stanton. And maybe a little surprise right there as this last slider stayed in the heart of the plate. Stanton swinging through. Take a look on the pitch cast here. Backing up a little bit as Wynn's wanting it down and away. Look out. Strike 3. That was
2
a
down.
swing. That noise I just made was the swing.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Like that.
The wind, right?
See, I learn something every day. Yet another addition to our baseball vocabulary. Pop that one up. First base, second base, second base. The arc comes over to put it away, and Hicks is retired. The big home run by Gardner, accounting for 2 more on 2 hits. This is for Go Yaz. Mike Yastrzemski playing in the Orioles organization, Norfolk. How about this? He got 4 hits in a game in Charlotte, August 1. Second game suspended, resumed 3 weeks later in Norfolk. He got a hit at 11:45 on Monday, and then another hit at 1:15 on Tuesday as the game carried over. So what he had, 3 hits, 1 day, covering 3 days in 2 cities. Go Yaz!
Yeah, I bet his grandpa never did that.
No, no. A lot of time between hits, but because they get counted for those past games when they're suspended, he's pretty good. Here's the 0-1 delivery on the way, and that'll be taken down low. Chris Davis, a walk, a run scored. Nunez, 2 RBIs and a base hit in that second inning. Yankees, though, have put 6 up in the last 2. And for Happ, matter of throwing strikes now, see if he can be consistent. 1-1 delivery on the way. Count will go to 1-2 on him. Talked about the home runs that have been hit with the 2 by the Yankees today. They've got 20 home runs against the Orioles, and the Orioles have 19 against the Yankees. 1-2 delivery. Happ will get it in. Third base side, long run Gardner. And it'll be out of reach.
Yeah, pretty interesting season series these two teams have played. Kind of 4 or 5 one-run games. Last night was the 3rd extra inning game and 13 matchups. And yeah, slugfest. Both teams hitting their home runs. The Orioles, impressive series against the Yankees, where they have picked up a bunch of late in the game hits, some extra inning walk-off hits.
That'll go into the shift. Torres. 1 down. Davis grounds out. For every Orioles walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 supporting the Leukemia Lymphoma Society Light the Night Walk. 352 walks, $17,600. Care First encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Beckham to the plate, a double and a run scored his first time up. Timmy recognizing on his arm patches his family. A thank you. And to Jackie Robinson. Swaggy, a nickname given to him by his teammates in Tampa. 0-1 delivery, and the pitch taken for a strike.
Swaggy, a lot of guys have family on their arms. Obviously, so many of the players impacted by their mom or dad taking them to games, their father typically helping them. And of course, Jackie Robinson on the sleeve as well. Probably should be embroidered in there, I would think. Jackie Robinson, a thank you. Everybody ought to thank him for what he did to the game of baseball, or for the game of baseball.
A retired number all around Major League Baseball, of course, 42. 1 down here in the 4th inning. Beckham with a 1-ball 2-strike count. Outfield will shade him to right. Big gap left center. And he'll take the called strike.
Yeah, moving the fastball around a little bit. Tim Beckham not liking the call right there, but it looked like a dart down and away. 93 miles an hour and all over the plate. Whole ball going up that lower 3rd quadrant.
Happ has had 10 strikeouts in a ball game twice this year. That is his high. Career high is 12. 6 in this one. Pitch will just miss the outside corner. Nunez picked up the 2 RBI double. Came in the 2nd inning. Yankees had the early lead 1-0 on the Andujar ground ball RBI in the 1st inning. Orioles went up 2-1, but Yankees have jumped out now to the 7-2 lead. So the Orioles had 1st inning lead last night. They had a 2nd inning lead here in this ball game, but didn't last very long. Ground ball to first. That's going to be a fair ball. Tapped off the end of the bat. Good quick throw in by Shane Robinson. And Nunez is 2 for 2.
A little coast to coast there for Nunez, showing he can go the other way. Tough pitch here on the outside corner. Take a look. Little two-seamer working away, but Nunez backing it up and staying on it. Little ground ball past the shifted defense. See Voit pulled way over, and that one finding some outfield grass. Nice play by Robinson. Doesn't even look at the runner. A quick pirouette there and throwing a strike.
So the Orioles get one on with 2 down. Andreoli up a base hit. His first time up. Happ's delivery will miss down low for a ball. Nunez with the 2 hits in this game now on the year against the Yankees has gone 6 for 14 with 4 RBIs against the Yankees. Came back with 93 heat up and a 1-ball 1-strike count. Andreoli. Jay Happ, 35-year-old veteran, has had his struggles here in a couple of innings, but the Yankees have given him a lot of room with that lead they've got. That'll be fouled back into the screen.
Yeah, he definitely knows how to pitch with a lead, and off to a really good start in a Yankee uniform. Brought over obviously for some rotational depth. I think the Yankees have been kind of living dangerously the last few years with some of their veteran arms. With Sabathia getting up there in age a little bit. Always talking Tanaka potentially having some arm problems.
Robinson will move over towards the line and put it away. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Yankees on top 7-2. Better time to act than today. PNC make today the day.
Well, Brandon Klein, you see the picture of him right here. Big smile on his face. Obviously happy to be pitching again. Nobody happier than the Oriole organization. Taken back in the 2nd round of 2012. Boy, there's a promising young man, big time prospect, but setbacks with some elbow problems. Had Tommy John surgery and then another elbow problem. 3 years almost missed. Saw the numbers there. 40 games this year between single A and double A. Of course, a local kid born in Frederick, Maryland, went to the University of Virginia, and he's flipping out a 1.61 right now. So Brandon Klein, boy, he's on the way. And I wouldn't be surprised if you may see him in September.
Going to be the favorite song for a lot of Oriole minor leaguers. See you in September. 1-0 delivery on the way and a swing and a miss. Meisinger working here against Papa Andujar. Andujar, the home run, 3rd inning. Good for 3 RBIs. He's got 21 in the year. Andujar, a 4 RBI day and 2 at-bats. And the breaking ball will be taken outside. This is the Yankees' 4th doubleheader of the year. Haven't had that many since 2011. They split the previous 3. Orioles part of that threesome too. In the air and back and out of play. Andujar will stand back in with Walker and Torres. Due up in the inning. Yacobonis 6 runs 5 hits 3 in the 3rd innings. He walked 3, struck out 3. That one's going to be a gapper. Cedric Mullins cuts it off. Big turn, good throw, and Andujar's on with a base hit. 2 for 3.
Oh, nice swing. Andujar having another big game for the Yankees. A nice play out there by Cedric Mullins, cutting that one off in the gap and getting it right back into the infield. Take a look. Nice clean single out there and a nice line to that baseball. And what I like, Mullins not wasting any time. The slider for Meisinger. And Andujar going down and getting him some.
Leadoff man on here in the 5th inning. Walker. The ground ball out on a free pass. Andujar now is picked up. Wow, his 42nd multi-hit game. Mercy. He's had 35 2-hit ball games. A few 3-hit games and a couple of 4-hit games. 7 hits on the board for the Yankees. Swinging over the top on the off-speed delivery. Good pitch. Walker unable to catch up with that one. And a 1-1 count.
A lot of swing throughs right here on the Meisinger slider. Nice little late finish on that pitch.
1-1 delivery to him. Count will go to 2-1. See how far Meisinger can take this relief appearance and help the Orioles out. And getting some innings eaten up and also keeping the score where it is. Pitch is there for a strike. Walker's 2nd half of the season. He's hitting .314 since the All-Star break. You compare that to a .197 average in games prior to the break. That is a significant turnaround. Against the Orioles, he's had a hit in 8 of the 10 he's played against the O's. He won't get one here, though. Meisinger will get the strikeout. Runner remains on at first base.
Another good hard slider from Meisinger. And good job getting back into the count with the fastball down and away. And Walker thinking it's a little surprise attack with the fastball and pulls the trigger too soon on the hard slider. Bouncing in the dirt.
1 down and 1 on. Torres 0 for 2. In the air to right. Adam Jones will have to come over near the line. VR is going to go down the line. Second baseman. Nobody can get there. And it'll be out of play.
A couple balls down that right field line. Yesterday's ball game that weren't able to be hauled in for outs. Of course, everybody kind of shaded over with the right-handed hitter. A lot of room to cover for VR and Jones.
Orioles play that gap here in this ballpark in right center field. Real good pitch down. Gleyber Torres no chance on that one. Rookie getting his first chance with the Yankees this year. AAA ball last season out of Venezuela. 0-2 the count. He was acquired from the Cubs. The Adam Warren deal. In the gap, Adam Jones will come over. Runner heading to third. Andujar will get there. And a base hit. Torres on first and third now with 1 out.
Another good piece of hitting, staying on the breaking ball down and away. Not trying to do too much with it. And keeping the bat head through the strike zone on the pitch. The key. See, leading with the hands and that extra inch or two of extension. Staying through the off-speed pitch, picking up the clean single.
So Voit will come to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. Yankees already 3 for 6 with the runners in scoring position here in this ball game. Voit appeared at only 8 games with the Cardinals this year, most of the time with them at AAA. Went 2 for 11 with the big club. He'll chop that one foul outside of third. Moved up AA, AAA, and the Cardinals all this year, and then the move over in the Shreve trade to the Yankees. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out, flied out. That's going to be a base hit into left field, and Duhar will score, and Violi will get it in to hold the runner at second base. So Voit will pick up an RBI, and that's 5 RBIs in 2 games against the Orioles, and the lead now 8-2.
Well, we've seen the Yankees do it with the long ball, but here in this inning, 3 singles. And Voit with a couple home runs yesterday, able to pick up an RBI single here.
So another meeting at the mound. The Oriole bullpen again will get active. And that discussion about maybe needing to make a change between games for another pitcher becomes more likely.
Yeah.
Gil Martin in the bullpen.
Yeah, if somebody's can't start eating up some innings, I think for sure the phone's probably already ringing.
Got to believe the plans were made last night, talked about, so whoever they thought they might need is probably already here.
Right.
I hope.
Yeah.
So 2 on and 1 down. Voit with the RBI. Torres goes to second base. And Higashioka will stand in. Kyle Higashioka 0 for 2. He is grounded out and flied out. And the pitch will be taken away. Veteran player out of Huntington Beach, California. 28 years old now. He's played professional ball since 2008.
Wow. Love of the game, right?
Wow. Not a lot of games. I mean, prior to this year, he played in 9 major league games. Higashioka will take it down low. 534 minor league games. 246 minor league hitter. Couple of seasons in the minors. 1 year 10, 1 year 11 home runs. Not a lot of power. Defensive catcher. 2-0 delivery will cut on the inside corner for a strike. At 81. 2-1 for Meisinger.
Yeah, catchers sometimes it's pretty interesting. They won't rush them through. Typically they'll keep them in the minor leagues, let them have some seasoning, unless it's a total package type player like say a Matt Wieters, switch hitter, college experience. But they like to keep quality catchers in a system to develop the young pitchers, obviously, that come through. I mean, you have to have that. I mean, so many teams target pitchers out of high school, obviously college pitchers as well. But if you don't have quality catchers to help them, you know, through a lineup, just with the experience factors in a ball game, and you see it year in and year out, the need for these veteran catchers, not even at the major league level, but filling up the minor leagues to help the young pitchers.
And you always need backup catchers. In this day and age, you've got to have a really good backup catcher at the major league level, and you can pretty much assume that somewhere during the year you're going to need at least one more because of some kind of an injury.
Absolutely.
2 ball, 2 strike count. Runners off first and second base. Higashioka will foul that one away. Robinson, the number 9 hitter, is waiting on deck. Yankees 4 runs in the 3rd, 2 more in the 4th. Now they've added a run here in the 5th and a chance for more. Torres at second. Voit at first. Down to third base. Nunez. 1 BR. And they turn the double play when it was needed. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. 8-2 Yankees. Baseball on Masson is brought to you by PNC. Make today the day. Great to have you with us for the first game of the split doubleheader today. 7 o'clock tonight's be on the air. And Cashner against Sonny Gray. Tomorrow, it's a Sunday night game on ESPN at 8 o'clock. Dylan Bundy, Luis Severino are the scheduled starters in game 4. Jay Happ just kind of meandering through the game here. Gave up a couple of runs in the second inning. Got that 8-2 lead to work with. The Orioles have only 4 hits off him. Orioles have stranded 3. So have the Yankees. And the pitch will be in the outside corner for a strike. Wins flied out to right field. His first time up.
How about that? First pitch is 14 of 18. Impressive.
That's the way you want to go. Jammed him. The roller played by Walker. Wins retired. The Oakland A's visit Oriole Park September 11th through the 13th. On Thursday, September 13, all fans receive an Orioles This is Birdland t-shirt. For tickets, go to Orioles.com. 1 down, nobody on. Mullins, top of the order, has struck out twice. Happ got him. Oakland hanging in against Houston in the West. Houston's won 3 in a row. Oakland got a win in the ball game last night. They trail Houston by a game and a half. 0-1 delivery. The real number looking at kind of the surprise right now are the Dodgers. Arizona leads the West. Colorado's a game out. The Dodgers are 3.5 out, and they are also 3.5 out of the wild card spot. They've got the Cardinals, Milwaukee, Colorado, and Philadelphia all ahead of them. Pitch will be taken up and in. That would kind of be a shocker because for most of the year it looked like the Dodgers were pretty good shape.
Oh yeah.
Their bullpen
Absolutely.
has been a disaster.
Yeah. Jansen had the heart problem, so he missed some time, and in that time he was away, boy, the wheels just completely fell off. They did not know how to recover.
Nope.
And they've struggled ever since.
And for Kenley Jansen, so glad he's back, obviously, after the heart problems, but he's had problems giving up home runs in his return. 2-2 delivery on the way. That'll go to right for a base hit. Cedric Mullins with a nice soft swing. And he's on with a base hit here in the bottom half of the 5th inning with 1 out.
Yeah, beautiful swing right there. Very controlled. Not trying to do too much. Take the bat head to the baseball, and this is a clean single. He's had some nice swings from the right side. continues to work hard on that. Been a struggle for him, but last couple of years just starting to feel much more confident with that stroke.
VR has also struck out a couple of times. He's now 0 for 8 lifetime off Happ. VR will go down the right field line to the seats foul. 10th home run of the year came last night. Tied his season high, 3 hits. 21 multi-hit games for him. 5 of those have come since joining the Orioles. .325 hitter against the Yankees coming into the ballgame. 0-1 delivery on the way to him, hard to third. There's one. Got a chance at first. Nope. Mullins getting back to the bag. VR retired. Andujar at third base.
Nice rip. Hard hit ball. All you can do is hit it squared up, but unfortunately right at Andujar, the third baseman.
And that'll bring Adam Jones up. Adam is grounded out and flied out to right field. 2 down, runner at first. .294 off the left-handers for Adam. Slow roller. Torres. Oops.
A little over boogieing right there. Soft hit ground ball. Pretty good example as you see him run through there and just getting the feet, the hands all tied up. Ball gets underneath him. There's a Walker on a very similar ball. Ground ball hit to second base this inning where he broke down and actually fielded it as fundamentally sound as possible. Well, there Torres trying to be a little too fancy and gets caught in between. That could cost Happ right there.
So the error will extend the inning. 2 on. And here's Mancini, who struck out, grounded out, and he will foul that one away. So Happ will have to find another out as the Orioles get a break on the error. Adam Jones reaches first. Cedric Mullins is down at second. And Trey Mancini, chance to get at least one here on a base hit. Breaking ball, good slide across. Higashioka able to hang on to that. That's what you get when you're from Huntington Beach. You learn how to surf, and you can do it with the shin pads on.
Right.
He just slid across like he was riding the wave. 1-1. Outfield shaded to right, big gap left center. Up at 92.
Yeah, boy, that is such a tough pitch, and we've seen him attack that spot to these righties a few times here in this ball game, up and in, and then obviously the chance to open up down and away with that little 2-seam fastball or changeup.
One-two delivery on the way. So the count will stay at 1-2 on Trey Mancini. Trey trying to continue this month of August. 4 home runs. He'd been up around 300 on the month. Right now hitting at 265 in the month of August. One and two, runners off first and second base. Mancini will swing through it. So Happ had to throw 5 extra pitches, but he gets the strikeout on Mancini, and the Orioles leave 2. Birdland Community Hero. This is Lee Pemberton. She is the Chief Program Officer at Building Steps, helping people get their careers together, get on for college degrees, opportunities. They help find them, and she is in charge of that. Orioles will make a $2,500 donation to Building Steps in support of the Birdland Community Heroes program. Congratulations to Lee and welcome to the ballpark. So the Orioles will turn to the bullpen, trailing here by a score of 8-2. Turn there again.
Yeah, still looking for a few more innings eaten up. Sean Gilmartin now in. This will only be his 4th appearance for the Orioles. .360 earned run average. A contact pitcher, not really overpowering. Got to have the complete mix. Keep hitters off balance. Work in and out. Opponent's hitting .300. The righty's way up to .444. Lefty's having a hard time right now at .182.
Meisinger worked an inning and 2/3. He got charged with 2 runs on 4 hits in his appearance. Didn't walk anybody and had 2 strikeouts. Now Gilmartin and Shane Robinson meet up. Robinson already 2 for 2. A double, single, and 2 runs scored out of that number 9 spot for Shane Robinson, getting the start in right field. Here in the first game of the doubleheader. 0-2 the count. It's the first multi-hit game Robinson has had this season. He's had limited chances at the major league level this year. 1-2 the count. Game number 20 for him. In the air, it's got legs, distance, but foul.
Oh. Got to that breaking ball pretty good. Gilmartin flipping it in there, down and in, but staying on the plate a little too much. Robinson getting the good wood, but just hooking it.
So he will stand back in with a 1-ball 2-strike count. Gardner and then Stanton due up in the inning. Pitch to him will be up high, get him off the plate a little bit perhaps. 2-ball 2-strike count from Gilmartin. Yankees batting, top of the 6th inning, right now in charge of the ball game. That 6-run lead. And a little looper. That'll go to second. VR right there.
Nice job. Good sequence. And that's kind of stuff that Gilmartin's going to have to do. Showed him the good fastball in, only 89 miles an hour. Little sliders in there and then soften it up away. A little fish on that outside corner. Soft line drive for that first out.
It'll bring Brett Gardner up. He launched one. 4th inning. 2 RBIs on his 11th home run of the year. Up into the flag court down the right field line for the veteran leadoff batter. 1 for 2 and a walk. 2 runs scored in the ball game. Got jelly legged on that one. The off speed pitch and an 0-1 count. Brett Gardner celebrated his 35th birthday yesterday. Made a late celebration of it with the home run he picked up here in this ball game. 10 years of major league service, and they have been good ones. 264 career hitter at the major league level.
Yeah, he hasn't changed much at all, really. I mean, he looks like the same player he did 10 years ago.
Yep.
You know, and a tribute to him, obviously, his work ethic. Still runs very well, and typically you see players, especially getting up into the 30s, mid-30s, slowing down a little bit, but 13 stolen bases this year.
2-1 delivery on the way to him, and again that pitch fooled him. He's had a lot of post-game experience with the Yankees. He's been in 5 division series, 4 championship series, World Series against Philadelphia in 2009. 2-2 delivery and a good job. Gilmartin had him guessing on some pitches and gets him.
Yeah, beautiful job. A couple bucklers on breaking balls that stayed in the plate, but Got his knees wobbly, so he shows him a breaking ball on the plate. No knee wobble, but finishes down and away. And you see the effect there. Gardner way off balance. Strike 3.
2 down, nobody on against Sean Gilmartin. Giancarlo Stanton, and that pitch will be up and away. For Gilmartin in his career at the major league level, left-handers have hit 258, right-handers 271. 1-0 delivery. That'll be down low. He had 66 career major league games, couple of starts coming to the Orioles organization. 2-0. Just get out of the way. Fortunately, nobody in that trajectory line.
Right. 3 changeups in a row from Gilmartin. And Stanton waiting on one there. 107 miles an hour off the bat.
Orioles have really done a good job holding Stanton down. He's hitting only 236 against the Orioles this year. Does have a couple of home runs. 2-1 delivery. He had 2 home runs. Is there room? Up and got it. Cedric Mullins robs him. Giancarlo Stanton 400 feet away. Timed it. Top of the wall. Not this time. Great catch, denying the home run and retiring the side. Thank you very much. Orioles baseball on MASN, brought to you by University of Maryland Medical Center. Be a part of something greater. And by WB Mason, who has the name brand products you love at amazingly low prices. Who but WB Mason, the official office product supplier of the Baltimore Orioles. Pitch will be taken for a strike. Yes, we'll show it to you again.
Yeah, Stanton looking for home run number 33, but Cedric Mullins finds that center field wall. And up and over to take one away.
Foul back and out of play by Davis.
Yeah, beautiful play right here. Oh yeah, that was definitely going to be a home run. Everybody on the field appreciating that defense.
Mullins has made a couple of those since joining the Orioles. Happ, 0-2 delivery. He has gone the distance, working year, and a look for victory number 15 if he can get it. He's trying to go 5-0 since joining the Yankees. And despite a tough second inning, other than that inning, he's pretty much been in charge. 1-2 delivery on the way. Davis a walk, a run scored, and he has grounded out. Orioles batting here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 2-2 delivery by the left-hander, and he'll miss down low with it.
Chris Davis, one thing I'd say, not in any rush right now. Nice to see him working the count full. Took a walk in his first AB.
Went around, home plate umpire will call, and he didn't even bother to look back on it. That's 8 strikeouts picked up by Happ.
94 down and away, and Davis overcommitting, maybe selling out on the fastball. And there you see the swing is what got him.
That'll bring Beckham up. Double, and he's been called out on strikes. Happ with 1 down, starting out the 6th inning.
Still coming out of the hand pretty good. 93-mile-an-hour fastball right there on his 100th pitch.
Yankees have not had anybody up in the bullpen. 0-1 delivery on the way, will miss outside. Lifetime for Happ, 106 wins, 82 losses. Four wins in a row with the Yankees, KC, Texas, Tampa Bay, and his former team Toronto, team he beat the last time out. Eight and a third innings. His high in innings pitch that came against Atlanta. He's back on June 20. Beckham, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. And it'll be inside.
Well, Happ definitely no problem getting that fastball in on the right-handers, and a lot of lefties struggle with that at times, but something that's going to help Happ. Not that he needs a lot of help, but if he does tend to lose a little velocity, just talking with CC Sabathia and pick up that cutter. I think CC learned it from Andy Pettitte.
Right to second base, Walker there to get it, and there are 2 down. Oriole fans, the day after the O's score 5 runs or more, get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com. Promo code Orioles5. Enjoy the quality pizza you've come to expect from your locally owned and operated Papa John's. Saw numbers this morning. The Orioles now have 54 games under 500. They have never in their club history done that before. 54 under. And what really amazed me was what the season has done to Buck's record. He's now under 500. 659 to 660. A game below 500 in his major league career managing.
Wow.
Here's the 0-1 delivery with the Orioles. That is fouled off. And a 2-strike count. Nunez, 2 singles. First one came in the 2nd inning, and it was good for 2 RBIs. Again, that gap in left center field. It's been there most of the day. Hicks shades most of these Oriole right-handers over towards right field. 0-2 delivery, and again another one of those high heat pitches. That's 9 strikeouts for Happy. Gets 2 of them. Retires the side in order here in the 6th. Game one of our doubleheader, and the Yankees lead at 8-2, out hitting the Orioles 9-5 so far. As we go to inning number 7, Gil Martin will stay on, retired the side in order with a lot of help from a center fielder robbing Stanton of the home run. Cedric Mullins up to get it. Here's Aaron Hicks. Hicks a base hit, RBI, run scored. He's also had a double, 2 for 3. And the off-speed delivery is going to miss up high to him. Hicks 220 off the left-handers this year. Switch hitter. He's had a couple of hits in 8 at-bats in the first 2 games of this 4-game set. There's that off-speed pitch again, this time way out in front.
Yeah, nice change up there. You show him a couple fastballs on that inside corner and he'll speed hitters up. He's only thrown a couple, maybe 3 last inning when he got in there. Sessa getting loose in the pen.
Sessa, the 26th player for the doubleheader. Follow that up at 88, moving back up, up, and up.
All right. Now 88 miles an hour, and probably seems like 98 miles an hour after the 78-mile-an-hour changeup. A little pushback pitch. Definitely didn't want it to get up there. I want to try to steal a strike on the inside corner.
So Hicksy will step back in. 3-1 delivery on the way. Foul. Got one up he could pull.
I've seen a couple pretty good cuts, but maybe under hitting speed, as both balls that looked like they were headed for home runs getting yanked foul. Robinson had one down the line. Hicks just pulling that one.
Three and 2. Now Betances had on the yellow shoes in the ball game last night. Hicks magenta.
I don't know.
Not sure. Salmon color shoes. I don't know that those are allowed except on the players weekend. Generally there is a code about colors that can be used and all that.
Right.
I'm not sure about the shoes though. We've seen more colored shoes here than we would normally see. In the air to center. Mullins can just be a regular center fielder. Haul that one in. Hicks is retired. Oriole White Sox are going to be here at Oriole Park September 14th through the 16th. On Saturday, September 15, first 35,000 fans 15 and over will receive an Orioles lightweight hoodie. For tickets, Orioles.com. One down in the 7th, and Andujar coming up. Big ball game. 4 RBIs, 21st home run, single. 2 runs scored in the game. And we'll take that pitch away for a ball from Gil Martin. Yacobonis, the Orioles starter, 3 1/3. 6 runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. That's foul too. Meisinger an inning and 2/3, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and now Gil Martin.
Yeah, Gil Martin saying that's just what he wants him to do. Every time they yank a ball foul, he's just playing right into his hands. Showing they're quick. So he's been exposing some guys with that changeup on the outside corner. His job slowing up his secondary pitches.
Andujar asking for the timeout. Only 23 years old. Rookie with the Yankees last year, first time up. Played in 5 games. Coming through the Yankees organization. Pitch will be taken outside out of the Dominican Republic, San Cristobal. 274 major league hitter, and that covers a 6-year period. So we put some good numbers up. Not a power hitter. Scored a lot of runs, table setter. Power seemingly developing as he goes along. 2-1 delivery on the way to him. Ground ball third, fair ball, knocked down Nunez. Good pick, long throw. He got it. Nunez had some tough plays.
Sure has. Nice dive and play. Fill up the hole in there. Showing the backhand prowess. And take a look. Get the feet going. And then a quick step. Nice position there to get the eyes behind the baseball. Another strike to Davis. Yeah, beautiful play right there. Putting a lot of time in, working with Bobby Dickerson, improve his defense, and it's certainly noticeable. Much more solid here the last couple weeks than his first couple weeks in an Oriole uniform.
There are 2 away, nobody on. Walker 0 for 2 and a walk. Bobby Dickerson will never get enough credit for the work he does with the Oriole infielders. Manny Machado, of course, credits him with all that Manny was able to do, secretly working him out at third base before he came up to the majors, and Bobby did all that work with him, going down to put extra time in while still coaching here. Every day on the field with the Oriole infielders, it matters. I mean, it matters because he knows, as Buck Showalter says, he doesn't know anybody better at working with infielders than Bobby.
Well, he's got it covered, the fundamentals. He's a great instructor as far as, you know, he can pick the proper things to talk about. He knows whether an infielder's got the skills or needs help with fundamentals.
That'll be played in center again as Mullins goes back to get it. 1-2-3 inning for Gil Martin. 7th inning stretch time, game 1 of our split doubleheader. Baseball brought to you by T-Mobile.
Well, how about it? Little O's kids stealing the bases, and he's got to start all the way in right field. And this is the fastest recorded StatCast time, 39.80 seconds. You see the proper form rate here. The last time recorded was when Gary Thorne said, boy, that must have taken 5 minutes. So here, 39.80 seconds, blowing the times away. A beautiful play right there. And yeah, the kid's a hero. How about waving to the crowd? That's some good stuff right there.
I couldn't do it in 5 minutes.
That's a long run, isn't it?
It's a long run.
I mean, I'm telling you, those kids struggling.
Yeah, they come from out there by the scoreboard all the way into second base. I'd need a little break point about halfway out there. Set up a little stand. Little refreshment stand, a couple of olives.
You go running to center field, wouldn't you? Right up the stairs. The heck with the base.
Heck with that. See the base, then I go upstairs. Well, the Yankees doing a number here in the first game. They just got in charge of the game, and then the Orioles couldn't get to Happ.
Yeah, you know, there was an opportunity there in the second inning where Happ kind of let his guard down a little bit, threw 38 pitches, and the Orioles put a couple runs on. Thought you had him on the ropes, but that same inning, the next inning, the Yankees came back and had a huge inning against Yacobonis, so it gave Happ a chance to kind of catch his breath, and he settled in and got deep into the ball game. He's out of the ball game right now, but you know, that's why they picked Happ up. Really solidify that rotation. He hasn't lost a game since he's been with the Yankees, this being his 5th start. Take a look at his line here today. 6 innings, the 5 hits on the board, a couple runs on there, 9 punch outs for Happ. great fastball command throughout this ball game. A couple good changeups as well, and he's going to give way to the bullpen. Luis Cessa was named the 26th man today, and of course been up about 7 times this year for the Yankees. A big arm. 5.0 earned run average. Opponent's hitting 242. Righty's getting to him at 316. Lefties some problems here at the big league level.
And Cessa goes to work here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. John Andrioli. Andrioli's had a base hit and he is flied out. Austin wins, and then Mullins will be due up against the right-hander. His 9 appearances with the Yankees, 4 as a starter, 1-3, ERA of 5.6. Starter, AAA ball this year for Cessa. And the breaking ball will be in there for a strike. Yankees with a couple of big home runs. Gardner, 2 RBI shot in the 4th inning, 3-run homer. Hicks, Andujar came in the 3rd. And those have been the big blows for the Yankees. 3 ball, 1 strike count. Orioles scoring in the 2nd and not since. Infield shifted around. He'll hit into the shift. Long throw. Torres just in time to record the out.
Wow, impressive play right there. Andrioli, a hard hit ground ball, but Torres filling up the hole. Take a look at him set up the backside and able to get something on this throw. Getting on top. Now, when you see a shortstop getting on top, that's so that ball doesn't leak. A lot of times if a shortstop's too quick and the arm slot drops a little bit, the ball will sail up the line. That's when you see the first baseman jumping all over the place. A nice play right there by the Yankee shortstop.
1 away. Fly ball out, ground ball out. Picked up by Austin Wins today. And the pitch taken outside for a ball. Yankees at 80-47. As we said, they are 8.5 games out. They could be much closer were it not for the fact the Red Sox have continued to be so hot. Aaron Boone's ball club on June 21, they had the same record the Red Sox did. Did he go? Yep. Home plate umpire with the call. On June 21, the same record. Since then, they have gone 30-25, and that's when the DLs started to fill up on them. But that's still the win percentage. If they continue that win percentage the rest of the year, they'll win 98 games.
Yeah. What the heck?
And if they pick it up even a little, they'll get 100. Cessa makes the play over to first base, and Wins is retired. Let's take a look at our Major League Notebook. This date in baseball, 1934. It was Treacher Schoolboy Rowe winning his 16th consecutive game. He tied the American League record shared by the Red Sox Smokey Joe Wood, the great Walter Johnson, and the Yankees Lefty Grove. In '61, Dave Philly set a Major League record for pinch hits. His 23rd career base hit came off the bench. The Orioles beating the Twins in that game. And a ground ball base hit. Mullins is on again. So after a couple of strikeouts, he's had 2 singles and a 2-for-4 ball game for Cedric.
Fine defensive play on center field as well. Starting to get used to this, seeing Cedric Mullins on the base paths and putting together some good ABs.
So at 2 down, VR will get another chance with Mullins on ahead of him. He struck out twice and lined out. Hit the ball hard to third last time up. This time he'll pop it up back. There's room, and there's a catch. I guess Yoshi able to find it. Wasn't quite sure where it was. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, 7 complete.
It's game one of doubleheader Saturday, and Yakubonis starts off hot. That high fastball hit some punch outs, but in the third inning, oh my goodness, Andujar picking up his 21st home run. Some runs get on the board. Gardner introducing Meisinger with a home run out on the flag court. But how about Cedric Mullins out in center field, 85 feet covered, taking one away from Stanton. Hit probability at 88%. Seems like every day Mullins doing something to help this team. A couple hits and that defensive gem right there for Mullins. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
Torres will take the pitch outside for a ball. Base hit, struck out, grounded out. He's had a couple of hits now in 6 at bats in the first 2 games. .333 this year, his average against the Orioles. Good off-speed delivery. Sean Gilmartin retired the side in order, 7th inning. Yankees retired in order in the 6th as well. Middle innings, that's when they put those runs up. 7 of the 8. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And the left-hander will turn one over that will miss outside. Our second game coming up tonight. O's Extra will be on at 6:30. Ball game will be at 7. High, deep, left, at the wall, and goodbye. Home run. So Torres delivers the long ball, a solo shot leading off the 8th inning to make it 9-2.
Now day game ball's going to carry a little bit better here at Camden Yards. Summertime, obviously, when it heats up, it jumps. A lot of home runs hit by the opposition this season against the Orioles. And Torres getting on a changeup, and he waits just long enough. Yankees have had a hard time being patient on the Gilmartin changeup, but Torres gets it and clicks it.
19 home runs on the year for Torres, and he's got a 2-for-4 ball game. Picks up the RBI, number 56 in the RBI department for him. And the Yankees have their 3rd home run of the ball game. Voit, base hit. He is 1 for 3. Two young players, Andujar, Torres. Wow. Andujar's had his 21st home run in this ball game, and now Torres delivers number 19.
Yeah, pretty impressive production.
Two young players. Yeah. 2-1 delivery on the way. Voit will take the pitch up and away. So a home run off each of the Oriole 3 pitchers in this ball game. Orioles have now given up more home runs than anybody else in the American League. 182. A walk after the homer. Still nobody out. The Orioles invite fans to step into the ring and enjoy WWE Birdland Mania here at the ballpark on Wednesday, September 19. Orioles host the Blue Jays. You can choose between 2 special ticket packages, both options including a Birdland Mania bobblehead. Yankees going to run around with a walk. Higashioka will go after it. He is 0 for 3 in the ball game, trying to keep a 4-game hit streak alive. He and Romine sharing the catching duties while Sanchez continues out on the DL for the Yankees. 0-1 delivery. Not going to hold the runner with the score being what it is. Gary Sanchez, their starting catcher, scheduled to work out in Tampa Sunday, go to AAA and start a minor league rehab next week. Strained groin is the problem for him. Over the top on that one. Right now they hope Sanchez will be ready for the West Coast trip, which will start on September 3rd.
Yeah, well, they definitely need to get back to full strength, right? And I'm sure Mr. Boone would love it if he could kind of filter guys in September, get some rest going.
Great off-speed delivery. I mean, really throttled back on that one to get him.
Changeup's been impressive for Gil Martin. Only 78 miles an hour. And really pulling down hard on that pitch. So a nice arm speed sell. I've seen a lot of swing throughs on it.
Gil Martin with a couple of strikeouts in relief. Shane Robinson, number 9 spot, big day for him. He scored twice, double, single, and lined out to second base. He popped that one back. Souvenir for the fans, and lots of them. Big crowd here for this day game. 32,445. 32,445 the announced attendance. This is the makeup game for the previously rained out affair. Regularly scheduled game will be the game tonight on Masson. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock for the ball game. 0-1 delivery will miss down low. Yankees with that extra inning win last night. They're 8-5. Not a big number, but it's the most extra inning wins they've had since 2001. 1-1 delivery in the air towards center. Mullins again will camp underneath it. I suspect the reason that number is small, yet one they haven't reached in a while, is because they haven't played many in extra inning games.
Right.
They keep winning too many.
Yeah, winning too many, exactly. And a really strong back end of the bullpen. A couple big arms out there. Robinson, of course, Betances, Chapman, Britton now down there, Green. Some big time arms, and a lot of 4 or 5 of them could close on any other team.
Taken away. The word on Chapman, their closer, that left knee tendonitis. He had a platelet plasma injection yesterday, and they're going to wait 2 weeks before they even re-examine it.
Wow.
So he's out for a while.
Wow.
1-0 count. Gardner, leadoff batter. Picked up his 11th home run. 4th inning, 2 RBIs. He's had a walk and a run scored and struck out twice. 7-game hit streak for Gardner, and he is extended here in this one. Two-0 delivery on the way. Gardner's home runs have spelled wins. The last 2 years, the Yankees have gone 22-4 when he hits a home run.
Well, he's kind of become that the Yankee leader, a tenured player now. He's been around some of the Yankee greats, and he's who the young guys, I think, kind of look to show that Yankee way.
Longest tenured player now on the ball club. 2005. 3rd round of the player draft. Made his debut in 2008. 2-2 delivery on the way. It'll be in the air to center again. Mullins has had a busy center field day. He'll put it away. So Torres delivers the home run. 1 left on base. Yankees extend the lead 9-2. Coming up tonight, Andrew Kashner, Sonny Gray to start. Coverage on Masson, 6:30 O's Extra, presented by Southwest. Game will be at 7. All the access you need right here on Masson. Well, we talked about the Harris Creek Oyster Company this weekend. Just coming in, you can now get here at the ballpark the fresh shucked oysters. They are an Eastern Shore favorite. They have their oyster farm in St. Michael's in Maryland. There's their stand here at the ballpark. They're shucked as you ordered. And they recycle the oyster shells. How about that? They clean them and they plant them with the baby oysters, apparently called spats. And then they're returned to the bay for a wild oyster growth population.
That's
very
awesome.
Great.
Very nice.
Great to have them here. Swung on, fouled off. 9-2 ball game. Yankees on top. Oysters between games. Sounds good to me. Mike Wright Jr. up.
Oysters and ice cream. Yeah.
Perfect. That's a perfect world. If I only had a clam roll to go with it, it would be all set. Torres will make the throw over and record the out. MLB.TV is now available at a lower price, $49.99. Watch every out-of-market regular season game. Get a free subscription to MLB At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV to take advantage of the special offer. Here's Trey Mancini. Mancini will take it for a strike. Trey, a couple of strikeouts, and he has grounded out. Orioles just able to do nothing against Happ. Second inning, 2 runs, 3 hits. Since then, the Orioles have had only 3 hits, all singles. Since the second inning, they've only had 1 runner reach scoring position. 0-2 delivery to him, fouled off.
Yeah, coming in the ball game, he had quite a bit of success against the Orioles. Pretty good career numbers, but his 8 prior starts, his earned run average was down to 2.20, and he'd been giving up 3 runs or fewer. So came in doing the same thing he's always done, or at least in the last handful of starts against this O's team.
Finished up with just 1 walk and 9 strikeouts for Happ in the ball game. Mancini will step out on Sessa. Orioles batting in the 8th inning with 1-2 and a lookout.
Good fastball there, 96. Likes his off-speed pitches. Good slider we've seen.
Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way. Sessa was acquired in a deal that gets better with age for the Yankees. They got him from Detroit along with Chad Green, who has become an integral part of this Yankee bullpen for left-hander Justin Wilson back in 2015. That has worked out very well for the Yankees.
I'll say.
And Trey Mancini on a pitch down and in.
Oh, good changeup right there from Sessa. I saw that 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Back-to-back changeups here. And how about the movement he gets? Man, pushing a little turnover piece there at the end, and it drives down and in. 10 miles an hour off that fastball.
2 down, bases are empty. Davis, a strikeout, a ground ball out, drew a walk in the second, scored on the 2 RBI single by Nunez. Orioles have lost 5 in a row, staring number 6 in the face here in the first game of this doubleheader. 0-1 delivery. That'll be outside. 1-1 delivery. Sessa trying to get to that outside corner, not quite. Don't forget, if you're going to be coming to the ball game tonight, 7 o'clock, the Maryland Food Bank drive continues tonight and tomorrow. All the gates when you come in, volunteers will be collecting non-perishable food items and cash. All goes to the Maryland Food Bank. So we hope if you're going to be at the ballpark tonight or tomorrow that you'll join in and contribute. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Shift against Davis in the infield. And did he go? No. Jim Hoy down there at third.
Good take right there. Tough breaking ball at the bottom of the zone.
Full count. Right-handers delivered to Davis, and he walked him. That's only the second walk the Orioles have picked up in the ball game. Beckham will stand in with 2 down. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Do you know any of those kids?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. No, I don't.
2 down. Grounded foul. Ooh. Learn something new every day. Listen to the Angels ball game last night. They had a sponsor for that read we just did, the disclaimer.
Really?
Really? I'd never heard that. Sponsored by a law firm. This legal presentation, and then they read the disclaimer.
Wow.
So I suggested to our sales office late last night via text, might want to think about that. Made sense. Fit, you know, the law firm fit the legal reading.
There you go.
But I'd never heard that before. 0-2 count, 2 down. Beckham 0-2, 2 down. Davis not being held at first base. And the pitch, it'll be taken up high. Yankees have hit the double-digit hit department. They've got 10 of them up on the board with this 9-2 lead. Sessa trying to find a final out here in the 8th inning. One-two delivery over the top in the air to center. Playing very deep was Hicks, which is right where he needed to be. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Yankees on top, game 1.
The veteran Gardner stepping in the 4th inning, and Meisinger coming out of the Oriole bullpen. Got a runner on base here, and Gardner jumps on a high fastball, 98, 99 miles an hour off the bat. and up into the flag court for his 11th home run of the year.
Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Mike Wright Jr. now into the ball game. Gonna finish this one up, and hopefully the last arm the Orioles use in this ball game. 3 wins, 5.15 earned run average for Wright. 55 punch outs on the year. 307 opponent batting average. Righties at 324, lefties 286. Start of the year real tough for Wright. Settled down a little bit after getting moved back into the bullpen. Had some recent struggles. Trying to get right back into his game here with all the velocities coming up.
Jace Peterson has come on to play in right field. Adam Jones out of the ball game. Yankees bat, 9th inning. Pitch will be taken for a strike. Stanton denied the home run on the great catch made by Cedric Mullins. He's drawn a walk, scored 0 for 3 in the ball game, 0 for 5 in the series. But he has picked up the walks. He had an 8-game hit streak ended in the ball game last night. So Gilmartin came on, gave the Orioles 3 needed innings. 1 hit, 1 run. A couple of strikeouts and a walk. Back for a souvenir down the right side, not a play.
All right, making some good pitches right here on Stanton. Start him off with the slider and painting a fastball. Another good slider right there. A tough walk in last night's ball game. Wright Jr. walking Stanton in the 8th inning. Led to a couple more runs.
And the 0-2 slider is going to miss outside. For Wright now, this is game number 7 against the Yankees. 1 as a starter. 9 runs, 12 hits, and 6 1/3 innings against the Yankees this year. And another one, he off balance delivery that time will miss outside. So the count will go to 2-2. Stanton, Hicks, and Duhar due up against Mike Wright Jr. Little breeze has switched around. It was blowing out towards right earlier, now from right to left. Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way. Not going to connect on that one. He's gone.
Good slider there. Boy, he just missed with the 0-2 slider. Missed up around belt high, and this one's got the tilt. This is a true slider right here. Throwing it hard just in front of the plate. Makes the turn. Nice job dropping down and away. Get the first out.
So Stanton with the 2 strikeouts today, 167. He's 3rd in the league in strikeouts. Moncada with the White Sox got 179. Gallo at Texas 169. Stanton and then Chris Davis. There's another one tagged to right. Way back, flag court. Goodbye, home run. Wow. And the Yankees have a 10-2 lead. 3 hits in the ball game and 2 RBIs for Aaron Hicks.
Saw that one coming off hot, 103 miles an hour. 21st home run. It's not the slider that Stanton saw. This is a cement mixer staying up on the belt, and it gets powdered out over the flag court.
So a big day for Hicks, and a strike on the outside corner and Duhar. So each Oriole pitcher has surrendered a home run in the ball game. And Hicks here in the 9th inning. 50. Let's see what's he got for RBIs in this ball game. 2 RBI ball games, so he's hit 60 now in RBIs for Hicks, along with the 21 home runs. And Duhar, 1 ball 1 strike count. He's going for his 2nd home run of the ball game, but it's going to be fouled.
Strike 2. Yee.
And a 1 ball 2 strike count.
A long strike 2 there. Another mistake with the breaking ball, staying on that inner third.
So the numbers we talked about start of the game continue up there for Oriole pitchers now. That's 31 runs in the last 4 games and 29 home runs in the last 14 games.
Ow.
Ow. And Andujar, 1 ball, 2 strike count. And he will drive one back into the screen.
All right, cutting it loose there. 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Mike's given up 10 home runs on the year in 65 innings. 1 down, nobody on. Andujar waiting on a 1-2. And came back at 99.
Wow. Mike Wright, some frustration. Might have been that home run. He is just rearing back and firing. 98, then 99 right there. Getting him by Andujar.
That'll bring Walker up to the plate. 0 for 3 and a walk in the ball game. He's got a 5-game hit streak on the line with this at bat. And the pitch will be taken for a ball. (1-0). High strike called on him. Veteran 32-year-old Neil Walker played last year. Mets Brewers combined .265 average. 1-1 delivery, one upstairs to try and drive one, but late on the swing. 1-2. Walker's a Pittsburgh native. Talked about him being signed just to that 1-year deal by the Yankees. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Orioles will get a shot bottom of the 9th inning. 1-2 pitch on the way, will be away.
Man, all of a sudden Mike Wright found 2 miles an hour. 98-mile-an-hour fastball, 93-mile-an-hour slider getting in there.
2-2. 97. These are angry fastballs.
I think so, yes.
Right, a couple of starts this year. Everything else in relief. 2-2 delivery on the way. Center field. Nope, not going to make it that far. And over to get it is Beckham to haul it in. So a run and a hit, no errors, nobody left. Home run by Hicks. We go to the bottom half of the 9th. is brought to you by Southwest. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Beautiful day here at the ballpark at Camden Yards. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick. Game one of our doubleheader, and the Yankees well on top 10-2, 3 outs away from a win. Torreyes will come on to play at second base for Walker. Sessa will try and put it away. Nunez, Andreoli, and Wins are due up for the Orioles. Only other day game today, Cubs 6-2 lead over the Reds. As Joe Maddon's ball club in Chicago battling it out. They've got a 3-game lead over the Cardinals, the hottest team in baseball. That's a base hit into right field. So it went the other way. The defense had shifted over. That's a 3-hit ball game for Nunez. 3 singles, 2 RBIs.
Yeah, a couple going the other way. That time maybe getting beat on the fastball, but really good job staying inside the baseball. You see him pulling the hands right across the belly there to get that barrel to the baseball, and another knock there. Very important for these young hitters to not give away at bats in this type of ball game. Nice job picking up his 3rd knock.
That's his second 3-hit ball game since joining the Orioles. Andreoli's had a base hit. He's 1 for 3. Sessa's delivery will be outside for a ball. The Orioles now with 7 hits on the board. Andreoli 1-0. Happ's going to get the win. He'll be 15-6 and 5-0 as a Yankee. Yacobonis will take the loss. He'll be 0-2. 2-0 delivery on the way, and the pitch will be down low.
The Oriole offense just kind of put the brakes on in this ball game. They were going to be whipping off some hits, putting up some crooked numbers after that 2nd inning against Happ, but not to be. Happ settled in, and now the rest of the arms coming out of the Yankee bullpen shutting down the offense. It's been inconsistent all year long, but since the All-Star break, much more productive.
Off the bag. Said he got him. A long reach. Torreyes taking that throw had to reach back. Nunez wasn't sure he'd actually got back on the bag. But the second base umpire, Alfonso Marquez, said he did, so they get the force out.
Just to make sure, looks like he did a nice job keeping that foot on the base, creating some momentum to the target. So did everything right there, but as a second baseman, you better be ready, anticipate the bad throw, and Torreyes did, and able to come down with 1 out.
And went back and touched the bag up in time to get him again. 1 down, and the pitch swung on and missed. Austin Wins. Wins has had an 0 for 3 in the ball game. So Andreoli now on at first base. Happ and Sessa have really helped the Yankees out for the doubleheader, using just 1 member of the bullpen. That'll get away, and the runner will get down to second base. Off the top of the glove. It'll be a wild pitch.
Well, he's got a big fastball. He doesn't use it a lot, doesn't pitch with it too much. Good changeup, good slider, and that one the top of the zone, but shooting by the catcher.
1 ball, 1 strike count. An RBI opportunity here if the Orioles can take advantage of it. Just the 5th chance the Orioles have had today. 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. They've left 7 on base in the ball game. Yankees 4 out of 8. They've left 4. Orioles also, they've had only one extra base hit. That was the Beckham double in the second inning. So again, one of those games where tough to score when everything's a single, and not a lot of those.
Yeah, a few home runs last night. Unable to get one up there today.
3-1. Sessa struggling here to get a strike. 3-1 delivery. That one you'll lay in. So the count goes full 3-2. Andreoli with real good speed down there at second base, and Wynn's trying to get him home. Full count delivery.
Well, 3-2 slider right there. So obviously the pitch he feels best about commanding right now. Just took one to the backstop with his fastball. He hasn't thrown too many of them. That's coming into the ball game. I wonder if Wins will be sitting on another slider here.
3-2 delivery. Fan forever. Beat the smile on that face, can you? Wow. Again, the 3-2, and again, how many times we're seeing that this year, that high fastball.
Yeah, finally getting a fastball, but 97 shooting up and out of the zone. Wynn's giving chase, and before that bat can hit his back shoulder, his teeth start to grit. Frustration expanding the zone there.
2 down. Mullins after a 3-hit day. He's had 2 singles, 2 strikeouts. And will take the pitch for a strike. Orioles will lose their 6th in a row. The Yankees will win their 6th out of their last 7. This will be the 92nd loss for the Orioles and the 81st win for the Yankees. That'll go to short and into left field for a base hit and an RBI. So he stings it, and he's got a 3-hit ball game and a run batted in, and it is a 10-3 ball game.
Another well hit ball by Mullins. One of the tougher ones hit right at the shortstop, and he was kind of caught in between. Didn't know what to do. Take a look. Coming at you. A little too late with the decision making there. That one scooting under the glove. Andreoli with the good speed. A score easy for Mullins.
So Mullins, after 2 strikeouts, comes through offensively. He's got 5 RBIs in the ball game. Now with 17 hits, 50 at bats. 2 down, pitch taken for a strike. The R and 0 for 3. And the count will go to 0-2. Sessa's delivery, shattered bat. Ball is foul. Splintered that one.
Yeah, a lot of bats are made with cups on the end. Let's take about a ½ ounce, ¼ ounce of weight off the bat. If that ball hits, well, it is going to splinter for sure. Big chunk of wood taken off that one.
The R now against the Yankees on the year has gone 3 for 8 with a home run. 0-2 delivery on the way. That'll go to second base. To Reyes. That's the ball game. Orioles here in the 9th inning will pick up a run on a couple of hits, no errors, 1 left on base. Yankees come away with a 10-3 win in the first game of the doubleheader. Happ is 15-6. Agabonis the loser. He is 0-2. So game 2 of our split doubleheader tonight. Andrew Kashner and Sonny Gray Our coverage on Masson begins at 6:30 with those extra. Presented by Southwest. Our game will be at 7. This has been a Masson presentation. Tom and Rick standing by. Take a look at how this one came down. And again, for the Orioles, an early lead. Second inning, they were up 2-1. And then what happened? Tom and Rick will let you know. For Mike Bordick and all of our crew here at the ballpark, thanks for being with us for this day event. Hope you'll be with us for the night end of it. Till then, adieu.